So last week we worked on pocket sweeps from half guard, dealing with the knee shield. This week's going to be about passing the knee shield. The first thing that we need to do is we need to get this knee that's off the floor, or that's on the floor, off the floor. So the hand's going to go on the hip, which was the first feed for last week. My other hand's going to come on the knee just so he doesn't get a lot of hip movement or disengage with his legs or suck it underneath me. From here, I'm going to pop my knee up onto the thigh. One of the mistakes that people make is they try to drive the knee all the way through like they're going to try and hit their knee cut. It's not going to work out that way. If you're not good at popping up, you can do one knee and then the other. You can go one and then two, but the important thing is that my knee is off the floor. This allows me to get a little bit of posture if he tries to collar drag me and things like that. It allows me to be able to recruit my hips. But don't try to drive your knee forward, because this knee shield blocks that. It's naturally what this knee shield is for. Like many of the other things that we've been doing, we worked on the scissor sweeps, we worked on the hip bumps, all of those have a range of motion, and that range of motion is going to change how things work. The knee cut pass is no different. If I drive forward, I can't do that, but the knee cut has a range. So I'm going to turn this knee back. We're going to use this thigh right here as a plane for a rule of thumb, and I don't want your knee to try to advance over this. From here, I'm going to bring the hand to the top, I'm going to chalk the top knee, and I'm going to do what we call Dunlap, right? I want my fat roll to go over the top of that shin right here, and what you'll find is that it'll lock this hip so that he can't easily disengage scissor sweep or into that happy jazz. If it's up here on the chest, that's a problem. Do not get in the habit of trying to stuff this knee down. That's not going to work if he's framed. So what you do is you frame and you raise your hips up. You see how I did that? Now, I'm going to turn this knee back. When I turn the knee back, you can see that my hip stays nice and heavy on top of this knee shield. And the more that I advance my hips, the heavier I'm going to get on the top of that knee. The goal here is to pin this knee to the floor so that he can't put me in guard. Now, I don't have the underhook, but neither does he. I do want to try and stop him from turtling easily. I'm just going to come up here, grab whatever I can. I'm going to slide my hips forward along that knee shield. Please don't lift any weight. If you lift weight up, you're going to find yourself back in guard. Okay? So hand goes on the hip, hand goes on the knee, and I pop up. From here, control, frame, Dunlap, right? This hand can come anywhere over here to base. If you want to come get a hold of that sleeve right now, that's okay. But I don't want you to advance this way. I want you to turn your knee back. When you turn your knee back, you can see I'm pushing with my pelvis heavy on top of that knee, and I'm sliding forward into that hole. One more time, okay? Yep. You need to see this? 1, 2, knees off the floor. Here, Dunlap, turning that knee back, and you can see my hip is nice and heavy. Control, slide those hips forward. If you get the underhook, you can chill out. If you don't hit the underhook, step over the head, turtle to the other side, right? When they turtle, free advantage, lottery ticket for the back. You're not guaranteed the back, you're guaranteed a shot at the back. Make sense? Let's get it. 1, 2.